Well, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the Shield. I'm here to talk about the Warriors losing a absolute heartbreaker. 99-98. And I say heartbreaker because they were down by as many as like 22 points at halftime. They played better in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter, they outscored 32-17 until the Sixers got the game-winning tip in. Because this dumbass Steve Kerr puts in 4 guards. 4. And hell, Melton almost caught him sleeping. Could have got a layup for the win if he went faster, but I don't know. My God. On a possession, the Warriors must get a stop and rebound. Steve Kerr used a 4-guard lineup of Spencer, Hill, Melton, and Richard. And don't get me started on the inbounds. They couldn't get the fucking ball inbounded either. And Edgecombe gets an easy putback. Pat Spencer sleeps on the box out. Post in the game gets that rebound and they win. Absolute trash. And you put Al Horford in the game when he hasn't... Did he even get a rebound tonight? He had 6 boards, but do you really trust him on the last possession to get an O board or D board? Oh my God, on a possession you need to get a rebound. That's the lineup you have in the game. I don't really know if I have really a problem with Horford in the game. Just have another big in the game. You have 3 guards who aren't going to be able to get a rebound. Oh, the whole time, man. I mean, when they turned the ball to rebound, I had found they were going to lose a heartbreaker, and of course they did. But big shout out to these players. Pat Spencer, Quentin Post, Guy Santos, DeAnthony Melton in his first game back looked really damn good out there. It looked like he hadn't missed a beat after ACL surgery. That was a heartbreaker, but they did everything possible to undo the damage of Kerr and the kids. I'm talking about Kuminga and Podziemski. Does anybody defend Pods at this point? He had 6 points, 2 for 8, 3 turnovers, 0 assists. What does he do to make the team better? He played 20 minutes and thank God his ass got benched. And Steve Kerr, they couldn't drop an inbound play with 8 seconds left because everybody else was too far away from the ball. Of course they can't get it inbounded. And why is Pat Spencer inbounding the ball? Why? The guy is 6 feet. You have Al Horford in the game. Why is Pat Spencer inbounding the fucking ball? Horford is a vet, has height, and could have seen the floor better. Coaching incompetence. I can accept the loss the way they played with heart, but I ain't taking no fucking moral victories at this point. But they tried to inbound the ball to Post. Of course it got stripped, and they called a foul, and it got overturned. They had a 3rd chance and turned it over. How about you try and inbound the ball to Post, and he jumps over everybody? Not jump over everybody, but throw it up high, and Post can catch it, and he gets fouled. Oh my God, 4 guards out there in the last possession. So sure, man. And as soon as they turned it over, I had an ominous feeling they were going to lose a heartbreaker. But on the inbounds, I don't know why in the fuck they are so far away from the basketball. They just failed to get a clean inbound 3 times in a row. That was the most obvious screen action. And of course they turned it over. The most obvious screen action. They can't inbound it. Maybe you should just get the ball. Maybe you shouldn't have a 6-foot guard inbounding the ball. You should have your big man inbound it. But I want to say this. I want to talk about winning basketball players. Pat Spencer, plus 17 in 24 minutes tonight. He had 16 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, or 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 of 8, 2 of 3 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Guy Santos finally played, had 4 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 2 of 4. Play hard out there, show way more effort than Podziemski and Kuminga. Plus 15 in 12 minutes. Winning ball players. Pods, a negative 20 in 20 minutes. Kuminga, a negative 18 in 20 minutes. Moody, 14 points, 5 of 10. He's really whatever at this point. The young players' 2 timeline just isn't working with these 3. It's not just pods. These are losing basketball players. Kuminga and Pods, they don't care. And it doesn't help that Pods is way in over his head talking about, oh, I'm going to be Steph Curry. I'm going to be I could be the White Ohtani. Shut up, man. You suck at basketball. You won't be any good at any other sport. And Buddy Hield shouldn't even been in the game. I know when Draymond Green got hurt, he left the arena in a walking boot. Great. Last thing we needed. But Guy Santos and Pat fucking Spencer, the G League of the Warriors. Spencer, Santos, Post are better than the Warriors' future players. An incredible run by these guys, man. But I don't know why you took out Guy Santos. You need size to grab the last rebound. Oh, man, it's just Steve Kerr infuriates me. They did all of that just to lose. Melton looked fantastic in his first game back in over a year. He's moved well. His return and the ability of Seth Curry bring fresh energy to the team. He's got to take Hield/Pods out of the rotation when everyone's healthy. Pat Spencer's a way better basketball player than Pods. Get Pods off this team by the deadline. Package him with the other kids on the team. Kuminga, Moody, get rid of them. And Pods freaking sucks. Seth Curry was out there and they're wasting possessions on Kuminga ISOs that turned into nothing. He's unwatchable out there. Kuminga and Pods, they can't create for themselves, can't create for others. They're cones on defense. What future is this? Size doesn't matter because the game of basketball is positionless, said a retard named Steve Kerr. And the Warriors scored 10 points in the first quarter. And then they go off to a 10-3 run, and who's off the floor? Oh yeah, Kuminga's off the floor. But then they actually have a point guard who's actually flowing the offense in Pat Spencer. Joe Lacob can eat shit with his 2 timeline play. Kuminga was a negative 18 in 7 minutes in the first quarter. Why does this shit always happen in the first half lately? The Warriors look like complete garbage in the first half. Second half, they're able to turn around because they actually put the right players in the second half and benched the guys who suck. Warriors don't have time for moral victories either. Under 500 is nasty. Yeah, the guys fought hard, obviously, but they're under 500 right now, man. There's no time for moral victories. And Jimmy and being out, at least we know for certain that Pat has to take Pods' spot. Pods and Kuminga need to be off this team. There's no time for more victories, but these last 2 games have showed Pat and the G League squad are better than the future. I mean, I would have maybe preferred a blowout loss than this shit. Come all the way back just to lose, like that. But the 2 timeline is just terrible. The main guys, Joe Lacob needs to stop hiding. Tell us about these precious assets when they're playing like ass. Don't pop out when one of them has a good game. They are a complete abomination. Pods, 6 points, 6 rebounds, no assists, 3 turnovers, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. Future right there, folks. Our point guard who goes 2 of 8, 0 of 5, doesn't have any assists and 3 turnovers. Kuminga, 9 points, 3 turnovers, 6 boards, 4 of 12. He just launches up terrible shot after terrible shot. ISO. Nobody falls for his pump fakes, takes a terrible shot, and doesn't go in. 3 turnovers, negative 18. The guy's terrible. Pods was a negative 20. They're both just trash. I don't even know who defends Pods at this point. I don't. All they had to do was inbound the ball and they likely win. It was a good effort, but that's a bad loss. They were in the driver's seat to win that. All you got to do is get the ball in bounds and you're getting fouled. Chance to go up 3. Bad execution. Sixers didn't really do anything that special either. I don't know if Kerr... Just get rid of Steve Kerr, man. They might just have to get rid of Steve Kerr. Their second timeline, terrible. Kuminga and Pods look like G League players. I'd rather watch Pat Spencer play 48 minutes than Pods and JK minutes. Pods is fucking garbage. J.K. aggressively pump fakes. It always leads to a miss. No one falls for it. Kuminga and Pods is painful to watch, and it doesn't help that both are delusional as fuck. They look like Make-A-Wish kids out here. Yeah, got a good look at that future tonight, because they went 7 minutes in the first quarter without scoring. Joe Lacob, this is your future. Didn't help Steph just bringing this future for 2 timeline, and they suck. I dare y'all to speak on Steph or Jimmy again. You guys stand, some of this Warriors fan base stands bums, like Podziemski and Kuminga. Kuminga's checked out at this point, and Pods is just trash. They're both trash. Let's go over the stats here. I'm done ranting. Warriors dropped 11 and 12. Sixers 12 and 9. Draymond 3 points, 3 rebounds. He went out with an injury. Horford, what's the point of him? 3 points, 6 rebounds, 1 of 8, 1 of 7. Moody 14 points, 5 of 10. Whatever. Pods sucks. Richard 5 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 of 2, 1 of 1 from 3. TJD ran 4 minutes of cardio. Kuminga 9 points. Santos 4 points. Post 10 points. 4 assists, 3 boards, 4 of 8, 2 for 4. Hield 6 of 12, 2 of 7, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Hey, at least he actually went 6 for 12. Melton 14 points, 5 of 11, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Spencer 16, 4 and 4, 5 of 8, 2 of 3, 42, 29, 75 shooting splits. Sixers, Maxey had 35. Edgecombe 10 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 threes. Grimes 12 points, Embiid 12 points. Barlow 6 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks. Maxey, I believe, had the one to end the game. Edwards 8 points, McCain 7 points, Walker 7 points, and Bona 2 points. Warriors 10, 24, 32, 32 in the 4 quarters. Sixers 30, 26, 24, 19. But yep, Warriors lose a heartbreaker 99-98. Sixers improved to 12 and 9. So Warriors fall to 11 and 12 in a game where they trail by as many as 22 points. And they come all the way back, just losing a heartbreaker. But the next game's Saturday at Cleveland. Cleveland's been disappointed this year. Maybe they could beat them. I don't know. This game they should have won, man. Surprised they were even able to come back, but they sold it. But yep, that's all to say. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace. Go Warriors. See you Saturday.